Welcome back, you guys, your boy CK. Now, Dalvin Cook is built different. Not only did he have the most fantasy points in week number 8 for a running back, he had 10 more than second place Patrick Mahomes. If you guys play Ultimate Team and you want to get some coins, make sure to check out my sponsor, link in the description, mutreserve.com. Use my code CK and I promise you'll be rich one day. But in the meantime, you'll get 15% off your order. So yeah, he's going to be headlining stat leaders of the week for week number 8. Man, he's a 92 in Madden. I think he could be a 94. That's about where I would put him after what he did in week 8. But we know EA. We know they like giving one overall increase after dudes have crazy weeks and score like 3-4 touchdowns. Actually, let me get to a stat line. 30 attempts for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. 2 for 63 and a touchdown through the air. Just nasty. Zach Moss was second for running backs with 20.1 fantasy points. That's 26 less than Dalvin Cook. Just to put it in perspective, but Moss had a really good week, man. 14 for 81 and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Now, we had to start the running backs because of Cook, but let me just show you the quarterbacks. It literally doesn't get better than this. We have the 2 best quarterbacks in the league. Mahomes with 36 fantasy points. He had 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 416 yards. I don't even think anyone else is close in terms of the MVP race. Like, it's literally one of these two. If I'm missing someone, let me know, because right now they are just running away with it. Russell Wilson was second. He had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 261 yards. And his team also took the W. DK Metcalf led all wide receivers in week number 8, man. He had 28 fantasy points, 12 catches, 161 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I still can't believe this man dropped as far as he did, man. I know it's revisionist history. It's like, you know, hindsight 2020. But how you look at this picture and think he's not going to be an absolute freak of nature? Me personally, I think Devontae's top 5. I think he gets very underrated for whatever reason, because he has Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks ever, throwing to him, but he's absolutely insane. His route running is amazing. He has great yak. His hands are incredible. There's no weakness in his game, and he proved it once again in week 8. 23.3 fantasy points, man. He had 3 touchdowns on 7 receptions. Even though his team lost, man, he did all he could. I don't even have to say much for Tyreek. I'm just gonna show this picture and read what it says. Most reception touchdowns of 40+ yards in NFL history. Tyreek Hill 23, Randy Moss 23. Now, obviously, context matters. Randy Moss didn't play in, you know, such a prolific passing era. You know, if he played in today's game, he would probably have way more than that. But Tyreek right now is easily the best deep threat of our generation. He had 2 touchdowns on 4 receptions with 98 yards to go along with it. Next up, we have Robert Woods with 21 fantasy points. He had himself 1 touchdown on 7 receptions with 85 yards to go along with it. Even though his team ended up taking the L, he did what he needed to do. And then last but not least, Corey Davis. 8 for 128 and a touchdown. The Titans wide receiver core is extremely underrated. Him, AJ Brown, and not to mention Jonnu Smith, a tight end. Speaking of tight ends, how about the one that plays for Kansas City? Kelsey had himself a great week, man. 8 receptions, 109 yards, and a touchdown. And then second was actually very close between Cook, Ebron, and Gronk, but Cook actually edged out the other 2 in the overtime game versus the Bears. He had 5 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown, stepping up while Michael Thomas was absent. And then we have the offensive line. It's gonna be the Vikings, because, you know, Dalvin Cook could not do it alone. You gotta reward the big guys. They're the reason why the holes open up, so we have them on the team. And now you're looking at the Dolphins defense, because they absolutely dominated the game versus the Rams. It started with a fumble return by Andrew Van Ginkel in the second quarter, and then you had a punt return touchdown, the first one of the year, I believe, by Jakeem Grant. They added 2 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 13 pass deflections, 8 QB hits, and yeah, they went crazy, okay? And it's about damn time, man. With the addition of Byron Jones and Kyle Van Noy, I thought for sure this defense would be much improved. And week number 8, they finally showed that they are. So as you can see, we have an incredibly good offense. You know, the O-line is the only thing holding us back. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if the Vikings interior linemen are underrated or what it is, but they're in the 60s, and that's gonna be tough to overcome. But if there's anyone that can do it, it's Mahomes, man. Look at the weapons he has. The run game's nasty with Dalvin. It could struggle a little bit, you know, with the offensive line, but the wide receivers are disgusting. Okay, the tight end is one of the best in the NFL. There's just no weak spot when it comes to the offensive skill positions. So it's up to the defense to do their part. Okay, I know we're making the playoffs. I'm not even going to try to sim to halfway through the season. If we don't make the playoffs with this team, I don't know what to say. I might rage quit the video and just stop recording. But yeah, we're going to make the playoffs, so let me sim to that. We didn't make the playoffs. What the hell happened? Nah. I need gameplay. I need gameplay with this team. This team is too good. This team is too good. I don't understand what happened. Mahomes had a great season. 37 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Dalvin had 1,000 yards on the ground. What am I missing, man? Oh, it's the defense. It has. Oh, my 15 touchdowns for Robert Woods. Tyreek only had 4. I was hoping he could have had more than that. Devontae did his thing. Our best players got touches. That's all you need to know about the offense. The defense, though, Jerome Baker, Kamugu, J. Hill led the way. In tackles for loss, we have 4 guys in double digits. In terms of sacks, we only had 1 guy, and it's a linebacker that even got close to double digits. Kyle Van Noy, bro, our pressure was atrocious. Byron Jones led the team in interceptions. Camus right behind him, and I miss Camus in Philadelphia, not gonna lie to you, but it's not about us. It's about this team. It's about the Dolphins defense, and it's about Tannehill apparently. On a 7-9 team, he wins MVP. I'm curious what his stats were like. They can't be that much better than Mahomes. All right, so he threw 7 more touchdowns, but 10 more interceptions, and he had about 1,000 more passing yards, so I kind of understand it now. But at the same time, his team's overall is worse, so I don't all the way understand it, man. Zeke was only 1 behind Mahomes. This is a very disappointing outcome. I thought for sure this team would go far in the playoffs. I understand the offensive line issue. I understand, and you know, it's tough to overcome. You need an offensive line. That's how important it is. But at the same time, like, come on, bro. Come on, the team with Mahomes, Kelsey, Tyreek, Devontae, DK Metcalf. Are you kidding me, bro? I don't have any explanation. At least we're winning awards, you know what I'm saying? It's not a total failure. Every position is getting some recognition, so, you know, I'll take it. But that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, man. You got to make the playoffs. A team this good, they just have to make playoffs. And it's unfortunate because we're not going to get gameplay. But you know what? It is what it is, man. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. That was stat leaders of the week for week number 8, man. I'm praying we get a great offensive line next week. It feels like everything has to come together perfectly. Like, we need a great defense, a great offensive line, great QB, above average skill position players. It's just not coming together, but we will make it happen. Mark my words, before the end of the regular season, we will win a Super Bowl with at least one stat leaders of the week team. Until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.